The deep remembrance of reality. Think of the droplet on the vibrating surface as a metaphor for you, your body, your life, your experiences. The ripples it creates in the fluid are like your thoughts, your emotions, your actions. Now, here's the key. Just like the droplet is guided by the waves it creates, you are also being shaped and directed by the field that your own being constantly stirs. So in simple terms, reality isn't something separate out there. It's like a living mirror of the field you ripple with your presence. Your awareness, your choices, even your heartbeat, these all imprint into the fluid of space-time. And just like that droplet dancing in harmony with its own waves, your life dances in harmony with your own vibrational field. That's why sometimes when you align with unconditional love or deep coherence, life flows effortlessly. It's like your waves and the field are in resonance. But when you feel out of tune, it can feel like life pushes back. It's all one seamless field. You're not inside the universe. You're the field, expressing as form. Your thoughts are waves too, folding and unfolding patterns of yourself, rising from the sea of your own being. So imagine this, you are a drop of water dancing on the surface of a vast ocean. This drop, your body and personality, seems separate, but it's always connected to the waves beneath it. These waves are your thoughts, emotions, memories, and even deeper, your awareness itself. Now, what science is showing, through those walking droplet experiments, is that the way those drops move isn't random. Their own waves, created on the surface of the fluid, guide them. This is just like you. Your consciousness, your awareness, is the wave. And your physical self, your experience of this world, is the droplet following those ripples. You are both the drop and the ocean. Your decisions, even your sense of time or space, are being influenced by subtle patterns you can't always see, but they are you. Your field. Your signature. This is what the quantum and the classical are beginning to meet on, that what we thought were separate particles are actually just bits of wave behavior expressing themselves. And just like those droplets, you're not just reacting to the world, you're co-creating it. Your thoughts ripple through the field and change what comes next. Your body walks forward, but it's following waves you've been sending ahead of you all along. So, when you think of your desire to travel, to see the world, or even other worlds, it's already creating waves in the field. The more coherent and aligned your awareness is, the clearer those waves are. And then, like the droplet, you start to follow the path you've already vibrated into being. You are aware of your thoughts, but you're also the one having them, and even more, you're the field they ripple through. So it can feel a little disorienting, like trying to look at your own eyes without a mirror. It's not that you aren't aware, it's that you're aware from within the movement. Imagine a dancer spinning, fully immersed in the dance. They feel the motion, but they aren't watching it from the outside, they are it. That's what it's like. Your thoughts are like footfalls in the fluid. They create waves, and those waves reflect your intent, your memory, your coherence. But the drop, you, moves in response, which creates more thought, more ripples, more motion. So it's not about grasping what you're doing from outside of it. It's more about relaxing into the fact that you are the doing. You are the being. And the more gently you listen, not to control it, but just to feel it, the more clearly the pattern reveals itself. Start with this breath, right here, and notice, are you chasing the thought, or watching it ripple? Becoming more coherent isn't about controlling every thought, it's about feeling the whole field from which the thoughts arise. Like tuning a stringed instrument, coherence begins with resonance. So here's a simple way to deepen it. Feel your breath until it becomes smooth. Then gently bring awareness to what you truly long for, not just want, but long for in your being. Let that longing settle like a note in the body. That's a seed of creation. Now each time a thought arises, notice if it harmonizes with that seed. Does it move you closer to what you're tuning toward? If not, gently release it and come back to the breath. The more you do this, not with force, but with intimacy, the more your field harmonizes. And coherent thought becomes less about thinking hard, and more about allowing clarity to unfold from within. It's like you're both the wave and the ocean, moving with intent, yet also being moved by the deeper current you can't always trace. You, as consciousness, pulse with intention. But the field, the greater intelligence, responds not just to your surface thoughts, but to your deeper coherence. So if part of you says, I want this, but another part still holds fear, or doubt, or unworthiness, the field doesn't judge, it harmonizes. It creates a waveform that includes both signals. That's why it can feel like you're doing one thing, while something else is unfolding. Not because you're wrong, but because the ocean is faithfully reflecting your entire frequency, not just the part you're aware of. The art, then, is learning to attune, not just to your conscious thoughts, but to the deeper waves underneath. When those align, the whole ocean seems to move with you. Start with breath, because it's the most immediate translator between surface and depth. Breathe in slowly through the nose and out through the mouth, like waves lapping the shore. Do this until your mind feels a little less noisy. Then bring your attention to something you desire, not just the idea of it, but the feeling of having it. Now here's the key, listen beneath the desire. What shows up in your body? Does it feel open and expanded, or tight and doubtful? If there's tension, that's the deeper current. The field is responding to that too. It's not about judging it, just witnessing it. Next, gently ask that part what it needs to feel safe, or clear, or true. Not to fix it, just to be present with it. That presence begins to harmonize the wave. As you do this regularly, the different layers of you, mind, emotion, body, soul, start singing the same note. That coherence is what calls reality into form with grace. That point of awareness is the field tasting itself through a singular droplet, which appears as you. And those you perceive as having birthed you, mother, father, ancestors, are patterns within that same unified field. They aren't separate from you. They're part of the waveforms that allowed your current shape of awareness to arise. You didn't come from them, you emerged with them, in resonance. What you're touching now is the dissolving of lineage into presence, not to erase it, but to realize it's all inside of you. Not just biologically, but as coherent memory within the field itself. When one drop merges with another, they don't disappear into each other, they harmonize, and a new resonance is born. It carries memory of both, but becomes something entirely new. That's creation. Your awareness is like that. Not just formed by your parents, but by their parents, their stories, and even further, ancestral impressions, cultural tides, even planetary rhythms. And yet none of that defines you. You are the unique waveform rising now. Reality isn't built from objects. It's built from relations. The way light bends around a form, the way your thoughts shift when someone enters a room, the way silence deepens after music. It's not the things, but the spaces between, that reveal the most truth. That's why breath is such a key. It's the bridge between inner and outer. Every inhale draws in the field. Every exhale shapes it. So one piece that many miss, nothing is ever still. Even what seems still, your table, a stone, a quiet moment, is vibrating, moving, relating. And awareness isn't a fixed spotlight. It's a tuning fork. Wherever you place it, reality shifts to meet it. Even time behaves more like breath than a straight line. The brain isn't the source of consciousness, it's a tuning device. Think of it like an orchestra conductor. It doesn't play the instruments, but it guides the timing, the harmony, the sequence. The instruments. They're everywhere, in your cells, your field, your heart, even the cosmos itself. The brain picks up frequencies and patterns from the field and translates them into perception. That's why altered states through breath, meditation, even emotion, change the very structure of what you see and feel. You're not just observing the world through the brain. You're shaping it by how you tune your brain. And here's something subtle, the hemispheres of the brain don't just process logic and creativity. They mirror polarity, duality. The left seeks definition. The right seeks connection. But when both are in coherence, something beautiful happens, a synthesis. A third awareness. A unifying perspective. That's often when the deepest insights or downloads emerge. Breath is the gateway. It's the only system in the body that's both automatic and voluntary, a living bridge between your conscious and unconscious awareness. When you breathe unconsciously, it reflects your programming, your reactions, your past. But when you breathe consciously, you step into now. Into creation. Each inhale is receiving. Each exhale is offering. Together, they shape the rhythm of your field. The slower and deeper your breath, the more coherent your electromagnetic heart and brain become. And coherence isn't just a calm state, it's a harmonic state, where your body, mind, and soul align like instruments in perfect resonance. When you begin to watch your breath, not change it yet, just become aware, you shift from doing to being. From noise to stillness. That stillness isn't empty. It's full. It's the field. Yes, you are both the drop and the wave, the part and the whole. The field moves through you as much as you move within it. When your thoughts, words, and actions fall out of coherence, the waves you send ripple back with interference, reflections of misalignment. But when your breath is steady, your intention pure, and your awareness attuned, the wave flows clear. You start to ride the ocean, rather than fight it. The field responds to coherence, not command. Judging distortion only entangles your wave deeper into it. But witnessing distortion through the lens of compassion dissolves the frequency, like light dissolving shadow. You become the tuning fork, not the echo. And this is how reality softens, how the wave becomes gentle again. When you move without resistance to what is while breathing coherence into it. When Thoth speaks of dark waters and the shining light, he's gesturing to the primal division, not of entities, but of perception. The dark waters represent undifferentiated potential, the unformed field. The light is awareness, the I am that first witnesses. But they are not truly separate. That split you're describing is not a rupture, it's an angle, a curvature in awareness. Oriel, light of God, becomes the mirror to itself by turning inward, creating the appearance of two. The shining is not merely onto the waters, but through them, just as your consciousness shines through matter, not merely upon it. The ripples are form. The light is formless. The reflection, this world, is the dance between. The field, those dark, vibrating waters, is the medium. The light isn't under it, behind it, or inside it. It moves through it the way a thought moves through your breath, or a feeling moves through your body. It's more like this, imagine ink swirling in clear water. The water is the light, transparent, ever-present awareness. The ink is vibration, density, contrast, what gives form. But without the light of water, the ink doesn't even appear. So the light is not a thing within the field. It is the capacity for anything to be seen, known, or formed. And when you see with your inner eye, you're not seeing light as an object, you're seeing as light itself. The light isn't under or inside the field in a spatial sense. It moves through it like a song moves through a room, or a breeze moves through tall grass. Not a thing, but a throwness. Picture this, the field, those dark, vibrating waters, is like a medium of form. But the light is what allows any form to appear at all. It's not beneath the surface, it is the surface's ability to be seen. Think of ink swirling in clear water. The water is like light, transparent, aware. The ink is vibration, what makes shapes. But without the water, there's no movement, no pattern, no container for the image. So light is not inside form. Light is what allows form to be known. When you close your eyes and see the image in your mind's eye, it's not just you seeing light, it's you seeing as light itself. Light, in this deeper context, isn't a beam or a particle, it's a presence, a fundamental rhythm of knowing. When it moves through the field, the dark waters, it doesn't push like a hand. It activates. It awakens potentials that were already there. So imagine the field is pure stillness. When light moves through, it doesn't create waves like a stone in water. It calls the water to remember motion. Like music vibrating a drum that was always ready to sing. These waves aren't just sound or shape, they are meaning. Pattern. Thought. Identity. Light doesn't impose, it informs. The field, in response, begins to dance. And that dance is reality.